Yo, people, what we saying? It's your boy Muzi30. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You already know what it is. We are talking Arsenal here, and big Arsenal fan, of course. And I am just absolutely still buzzing from that Arsenal Atletico Madrid game on during the week. Beat them 4-0 at home. No one expected that, but hey, I'll take it. I already did a post-match reaction to that. You guys can also check that on the channel if you're interested. But this is the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace preview for the game on the weekend. And just go into this game, just hear a few stats or information just regarding the game or in general. So this is the 9th match day in the Premier League. Arsenal have played 12 matches in all competitions this season. But in the Premier League specifically, we've played 8 games. We've won 6, we've drawn 1, and we've lost 1. In terms of our head-to-head record against Crystal Palace in the last 25 games, there's been 15 wins for Arsenal, 7 draws, and 3 losses. If you're looking at the last 5 games against Crystal Palace in all competitions, we drew the last game 2-2 at the Emirates in April. We won 5-1 at Sellers. We beat them 3-2 at the Emirates in the EFL Cup. Beat them 5-0 in the Premier League at the Emirates, and we also beat them 1-0 at Sellers in August 2023. Palace are currently sitting 8th in the Premier League table, having won 3 games, drawn 4, and lost 1 with 13 points. So they started really good. I remember they had that crazy unbeaten run, something like 18 or 17 games unbeaten, and they also beat Liverpool in that run as well, which is insane. Previously, though, the last game, they lost 1-0 in the Conference League on Thursday. And they played a pretty strong team, to be honest. I think they only made maybe 2 to 3 changes. So that's obviously disappointing from their point of view. But in terms of Arsenal's point of view, we'll be looking at that as an advantage. We played on Tuesday, so we have, I guess you could say, 2 days of rest worth on them. And Crystal Palace don't really have a deep squad in the first place. So Arsenal having a good squad depth, you hope we can take this and capitalize and use it to our advantage. In terms of our record at the Emirates, because this game is going to be played at the Emirates, this season Arsenal have played 6 games. We won 5 games at the Emirates. We've drawn 1, so we're still unbeaten at home, which is good. And in all competitions in 12 games, we have only conceded 3 goals in general. All 3 goals coming in the Premier League, which is absolutely insane. We played 3 in the Champions League, kept a clean sheet, scored 8 goals. We played 1 in the EFL Cup. We won that game 2-0, and the 3 goals in Premier League we conceded, only 1 open play goal. 1, which is absolutely insane. And that goal only came against Erling Haaland. And he's scoring against everyone. I think he already has like 20 plus goals already this season, all competitions, club and country. That guy's a freak, man. That guy's a robot. So if that's like the only open play goal you're conceding, hey, props to you. And the other goals, conceded a corner against Newcastle, still won that game 2-1, and then the Szoboszlai free kick in that 1-0 loss at Anfield. So it's looking good. It's looking good. Our defense is absolutely amazing, and I always welcome having an amazing defense. A lot of people will be like, oh, it might not be the most fancy to watch. People will say it's boring Arsenal scoring set pieces, but I don't care, man. Hey, man, I was in the trenches watching the likes of Mustafi and Socrates defend at my football club, so losing games at Anfield 5-1, like just every time you come up against a big team, you already know you're gonna hold an L. But that's not the case anymore with Arsenal. Like everyone looks at Arsenal now and they're like, yo, this team is serious. Solid at the back, very good midfield, very good attack. The only place of weakness you could look at in Arsenal, if you're looking at a whole area, is the attack. That could still go up levels, but the defense and the midfield are absolutely top notch. No complaints there. But in terms of this game in general, what do I expect? I expect this game to follow a similar trend to the games we've played this season so far. Majority of the teams we played don't want to come out and play against us. They're going to send a deep block or a mid block, which is fine. I'm not one to police any team for how they play, because for me, get it how you get it. You see, Arsenal are very versatile in the way they play. Like, we can play a nasty mid to deep block. We can come out all guns blazing and attack you. We can have a very balanced game depending on the game, and it's good because when we have the players suited to play those kind of profiles, like you look at Zubimendi, for me, has been our signing of the summer, because you just look at the calmness he brings to our midfield. He can speed up the tempo, he can slow it down, he can control play, dictate the tempo. That's something you need in your midfield if you're going to be successful, and I am absolutely happy with that signing. For me, we made, I think it was 7 to 8 signings. I lose count now, but that's been my signing of the summer so far. So he's going to be very important in this game in dictating tempo because we know Odegaard is still going to be out until next month. In terms of predicted lineup, I'm going to add my predicted lineup side by side here. One of these sides, you're going to see it. But essentially, in goal, I went with David Raya, which is standard. I went with Timber, right back. Obviously, you know, he's been amazing this season, and White can't displace him at the moment. He still has to build up his minutes. Obviously, I would like to see White get some minutes. He's probably going to get minutes in the EFL Cup next week. But yeah, Timber, right back. Defense of Saliba and Mosquera. So obviously, I would go with Gabriel, but apparently, Mikel Arteta came out in his press conference and said that Gabriel picked up an issue when he was going off against Atletico. I'm just hoping it was more so precaution rather than anything serious, and he'll play on Sunday. But if he's feeling anything at all, I am not risking him. We have far too much in squad depth to even be bothering or taking any chance on him. And for me, if he's injured or any slight issues are there, I'm playing Mosquera. So in defense, I'm gonna have Mosquera and Saliba, and on left back, I'm gonna bring Calafiori back in. No, nothing against Maslow Skelly. I think he's gonna play in the EFL Cup game next week. But he had an amazing game in the Champions League, by the way. But I'll bring Calafiori in, who has, for me, been top 5 performance for Arsenal this season. Some people might even say he's been the best, but top 5, top 3, I arguably say he's up there. So Calafiori comes back in. And midfield, Rice and Zubimendi, nothing more needs to be said about them. Absolutely solid, absolutely amazing, top-notch performances from them. So they come into the midfield for me. In the attack on the left, I'm going to bring Martinelli in for Trossard. Trossard obviously scored that winner against Fulham, and we might say it's harsh to drop him, but I thought Martinelli had a really amazing game against Atletico de Madrid in the Champions League during the week, so I bring him in, and it's time for him to kick on now. I feel like he's been very good this season so far. He's 3 goals in the Champions League, and he's 3 goals and assists in the Champions League, and he also has a goal against Manchester City. So he has 4 goals all competitions. If you're looking at Brazil, where he scored that, you can say that's 5 goals all competitions. That's very good numbers for someone who had dropped off in the last few years. So Martinelli on the left, Eze in the 10, playing against his former team. I'm expecting him to do really big things. He had a very good game against Atletico as well. Hopefully he can, you know, show something against Crystal Palace and show them, yo, man, like, yeah, I used to play for you guys, but I'm going to need a side now, and I need him to lock in. So Eze in the middle, Saka on the right, who had an amazing game against Atletico. For me, in that first half, he was by far our best player. Absolutely amazing, and he's coming into his own. Also had a really good game against Fulham as well, and I just need him to, you know, start contributing on the stat sheet, at least start getting some goals, start getting some assists, add some numbers to his already tangible play. And up top, Victor Gyökeres, finally breaking his goal drought, getting the brace against Atletico, absolutely amazing. Yeah, there were scrappy goals, but I don't care. As long as my striker is scoring goals, I don't care. It could be a screamer, it could be a scruffy goal, it could come off his shoulder for all I care, man. As long as it goes in and he's building up his confidence, that's what I care about, really. So, yeah, that's my predicted lineup. In terms of score prediction, I'm going to go for an Arsenal 2-0 win. I'm going to say goals are going to come from Iberici, Eze, and Victor Gyökeres. I think he's going to continue his run of scoring. Well, you can't really say run of scoring because it's only been 1 game, but I think he's going to score in this game as well and make it back-to-back games in which he scored in. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. And, yeah, that is pretty much my preview for the Arsenal-Crystal Palace game. What do you guys think? Who do you think are key players? How do you think we should line up? I'm very interested, so you guys leave it in the comments below. It's been your boy Muzi13. I'm going to see you guys after the Crystal Palace game on Sunday. Hopefully we get that win and make it 7 wins in a row. Can you believe that? That would actually be insane. But yeah, it's been your boy Muzi13. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.